Buenos Dias Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Like a motherfucking smack at it. Sipping, tipping, dipping, crashing, smashing, dashing. Whole lot of energy. Big old print. It is what it is, man. Forgive me with this video, but last night was New Year's Eve, and I'm a little faded, right? Meaning, I got mines, I got my issue, all 3 fucking beers of it. Now, Trip, so if my words are slurring, you know my vision isn't blurring. I'm really right here. What I wanted to talk about today, quietly as it's kept, is I just wanted to give the people a shout out. Respects, man. You know, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all the gente that have tapped in with me over this last year, this previous year. 2021, man, we made it happen. Did I ever think I would come to YouTube, have my presence be felt, spit the spills that I spit? Charlie, man, I never thought in my wildest dreams I would ever get the support that I'm getting. I appreciate each and every one of you subs. I appreciate all the people that rock with me. With that being said, let's continue this. Let's push, pull, strive, forever forward. The advancement is real. Let's get it. You know, let's get it, gente. Let's get it in our daily lives. Let's get it for our gente. Let's get it for the raza. Let's get it for whoever you might be. At the end of the day, it's all about pushing and struggling and striving for your family and for yourself. You can't do it for anyone else if you can't do it for yourself, man. Am I here for positive change? Absolutely. Do I believe everybody is with the movement? Charlie. You know, there's those that are naysayers or non-believers. People that see the glass half empty when it's really half full. And that's understandable. That's quite understandable. At the end of the day, man, it is what it is. I'm with the business, my business. I'm going to proceed to do what I do, and we're going to do it in that fashion. But I want to talk about, before we do anything, what's on that thumbnail right there? What's on that thumbnail is the difference between county jails and prisons by a drunk-ass vato named Gun, and in that fashion. In the middle of this time, in a direct fashion, man, we're going to get straight into a trip out now. Right, one time for your mind dispense. If there's a glare on my glasses, I broke my other ones last night because I was tapedo. Now, Trip, county jail, we've all been there. You know, for the most part, most of us. You know, if you haven't been there, don't go there because it sucks, bro. Nobody that's sitting down in the county jail wants to be in that predicament. For the most part, when you get locked up at the end of the day in the county jail, it's a lot of stress. It's a stressful situation. You were just out yesterday. What the fuck, smoking frajos, doing coca, whatever the fuck the case was. Whatever you did, you were knee deep in some fucking high. You were living your best life, and then, oh, what a difference a day makes, man. The placa snatch you up, gaffle you up one time for your mind, and you're incarcerated. You're in the county jail. It stinks. There's a whole bunch of tecatos on the fucking ground using a toilet paper roll for a pillow. And the only thing good about that is you get their tray because that's good. They're not hungry because their stomach hurts. They're kicking. This is what entails county jail. You know, a whole lot of stress, a whole lot of guys stressing. You always got that fucking one white boy in the corner that's sitting there trying to tell in the holding tank, trying to tell everyone, hey, do you think they're going to lock me up? I only got caught with a zip of meth. I don't even think it was that bad. Hey, I've only been locked up fucking for 17 years for my priors. Do you think they'll let me out? Do you think they'll recog me? Charlie, I don't think so. Buddy, I think you're going to have to do your time. Well, what are you in here for, bro? For shooting someone in the face? Well, I guess you're not going to get recogged. I don't think so. You know what I mean? But I'm going to get bailed out. Believe that. And in that fashion, this is what county jail is. County jail is a cesspool of a whole lot of riffraff and a whole lot of people that are in there. Some guys that are righteously in there for doing their thing, man, and getting their crime on in a real way. Their wigglization was real. And there's a whole lot of people that are in there for merely frivolous activities, man. Just going out there fucking doing some bum shit. And that's what it is. Okay? So anyone that sits in the county jail that's been there will tell you, man, prison is more lovely in the aspect that, yes, you're going to do more time than you would probably do in the county jail. But at the same time, you get a lot more privileges and incentives. Okay? Did I say that right? Incentives? Word of the day, incentives. You get a lot more incentives. You get a lot more things. You get visitas. Now, of course, you get visitas in the county jail behind the glass. But if you go to prison, man, you can get, you know, full contact, depending on your crime. You get a bomber commissary, man. You get a yard. And these are some of the differences of prison and county jail. Now, of course, when you're sitting in that county, you know what I mean? You're worried. You know, you're worried because you don't know how much time you're getting. You know, it's a big relief when you finally get that time, even if you're looking at all day, 25 years, 27, it doesn't matter, man. At the end of the day, when you have that final verdict, when you know what time you have in front of you, what's on your plate, even though it might be a long time, you still feel better about yourself. You already know, okay, this is what I got to do. I'm a man. I'm going to do what I have to do. I'm going to make it happen, Captain. I'm going to get it to cracking. It is what it is. Let me go to the pinta, ¿sabes qué? And handle my business. And in that fashion, right? So in that aspect, man, that makes it just a little bit better. Now, when you're sitting there in the county and you're struggling, and you don't know what, if your truck ass lawyer is really making shit happen. Meanwhile, he's like this with the secretary, you know what I mean? He's talking to you on the phone like, hey, yeah, don't worry. I just worked on your brief today, right? Hey, what do you think, man? Do you think that I got action? Yeah, keep going. Yeah, you got action, but, hey, is there any way you could call me back? Hey, nah, because I don't got no phone time on my card anymore. Oh, is that right? Well, don't worry, sir. We're gonna get right to it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? No, I said don't stop. You get right to it. And in that fashion, right? This is how it be going down, man. You be having conversations with your public pretender, and meanwhile, he's having it his way, and that's just what it is. So there's a lot of stress that goes into it. There's a lot of he said, she said. There's a lot of the unknown, not knowing exactly how your case is gonna pan out. So when you finally get that verdict, man, you finally get judged, or you take the deal, whatever the case may be. You play no contest, and it is what it is. You feel better. Okay. And like I said, county jail, man, is just a whole bunch of people going in and out. And it sucks too, because if you're looking at any amount of time and you know you're going to be stretched out for a while, you're seeing people come in and out. You might see them come in and out 3 or 4 fucking times. You're like, good Lord, this motherfucker was just in here on Tecato status. Now he's in here with a brand new shirt thinking he's balling, right? And Devato leaves talking about, man, I ain't never trying to come back. 2 days later, he's in for possession. You're like, good Lord, man, what's up? What's this guy into? This is just what it is, right? It'd be like that. Dispensan la tira, I'm back. I'm sorry. People were calling me. It's New Year's Eve. They're Bangladeshing on my phone. Anyway, so let's get back to the spill. So we're talking about the differences between county jail and prison. So, of course, sitting in county jail ain't a good thing, man. You're stressing off your old lady. Is getting giving Tyrone a mamon. You know what I mean? She might be in there with Melvin. He's cooking eggs, Jody. And it's all bad and all ugly. The stress situation is real because you were just out on the street. See, look. The wind was blowing that way, and that's where you were. You were on the other side of the walls on the outside looking in. Now you're on the inside looking out, and you can't even see real good because the shit is foggy. It is what it is, man. At the end of the day, you need to push, pull, and strive for your beliefs and do what you have to do while you're in there, if you get cleared. You know what I mean? You never know. So now let's talk about the differences with prison. Like I said, in prison, you're going to get better visits. You're going to get commissary. You're going to actually have time, and you know what you have to do, man. You got cell living. Some people get put in dorm living depending on what level you're put on. If you're on a 1, 2, 3, or 4, and that just depends on your case, man. There's a lot of aggravating factors. If you've been in prison before, if you're a knucklehead, if you're validated, whatever the situation is, if you're a first termer, that's going to play into the point system, into putting you on where they feel administration feels is necessary. Me, myself, I hit 4s and 3 yards because at that particular time, they were like, fuck you, puto. This is what you deserve, and you're going to go with these gente, and sabes que it is what it is. Okay, orale. So I've never seen a 1 or 2 yard, man. Never got a taste of that. Never got that issue. Never got that state issue. 3s and 4s is just where I landed, and it was what it was. So that's all I know. Now, at the same time, in the meantime, watcha, I'm all fucked up. In the meantime, in between time, vatos, Spencer, I drank. It is what it is, man. Prison is dangerous, Maybe that's one of the downfalls and the differences between county jail and prison. It's a little bit more dangerous. Now, you got to understand, grown men are everywhere. There's grown men in county jail, and I've seen plenty of things happen in the county jail. I've seen people get whacked. I've seen people get took off on. And let me give you a little history into the Merced County Jail, the block, right? That is the active Norteño block. Of course, the makeup is they have an active Sureño block where all the Sureños go. Norteños and Sureños are segregated, or they were at that particular point in time, because, ¿sabes qué? It was on site. It was a mandatory rush. It was like, fuck you, puto, la primera. It was on and cracking, so they separated the individuals, and that's what it was. So you're surrounded by nothing but active Norteños if you're a Norteño, and Sureños, vice versa. But speaking on the northern behalf, you would get into the block, land on the block. They were 8-man cells on this particular block in the Merced County Jail, the old county jail downtown. And the same homeboy you were kicking it with prior, last week, who's already cleared, was on some high power shit. He wasn't feeling none of that, man. And you were like, hey, bro, we were just out there fucking both tag teaming. I can't remember we were hula hooping on that chick. Charlie, homie. He got a razor. If you better get cleared, right? That's all I got to say. Period. You know, there's no rest for the weary. There's no love. There's no individualism. Motherfuckers don't give a fuck, bro. You know what I mean? You better handle your own business. You're a grown man. They're doing what they do. You know, they're doing burpees too, and they're tired as well. It's just what it is. So it's a dangerous place, and I've seen a lot of people, especially in Merced County Jail, because every county jail is different, so I can't speak on every county. I'm just speaking on my particular county and to get down how it was there. I've seen people get removed or whacked on this in their cells, you know, on this block. And you got to understand, there's no placas. So someone has to yell out keys. They have to yell out keys. And that's basically letting the placas know, the cops, that someone needs assistance, right? So, of course, this vato would get fucking removed for a long time. I thought, you know what I mean? There would be bad situations happening in that cell. Sometimes, for the most part, they would have to carry the body out. But someone eventually would yell keys just because the vato was either stinking or they didn't want to degenerate in their cell anymore. And that's how that get down went. So I've seen some bad situations. I've seen bad things happen to people. And there's nothing you could do for them. There was even instances where I was like, damn, bro, we need to stop this shit. You know, both his arms are broke and his legs. What part of the game is this? The homeboy said, he still has an ankle. Sauce, right? They didn't play. But like I said, man, there's no room in the gang life or in that jail life or prison life, for that matter, to be weak or to show any type of weakness, man. So that's showing weakness can get you killed, you know, Santana. That's just what it is, you know? But going to prison's a lot more different, a lot more dangerous, because you have grown men there. You have grown men on some grown men shit. There's a lot of politics in prison, and we've spoke on that in plenty of spills right here in Gunner's Playhouse, man. We've made it happen, and I've pretty much gave you guys the whole rundown, and even told you some things I shouldn't have told you. But at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. You guys know now, right? And no one is at the battle, G.I. Joe. So Trip, motherfuckers in prison will whack you just because they're told to, or just because they feel that you smell like fucking sabacos, or you didn't roll your mattress tight enough, or whatever the case may be. And for the most part, though, most people get their due process. Most people are going to get heard out. Most people are going to get to plead their case, and then they're going to get whacked. Pretty much if you're on that chopping block, man, you're going to get chopped. You know what I mean? Your whole block's going to get knocked off. That's what it is, man. At least in behalf of the Northerners, that's how it was. You know, as far as the Sureños, I can't say how they were doing it, but I know that they were handling their business daily as well, man. A very dangerous group indeed. The Africanos, likewise, man. You know, you heard, if you guys have listened to the Whack 100 tape with this homeboy, that big vato Popeye, man. Popeye told my DP, your punk ass, right? Not in those words, but those are my words. So I came up with a twist on it with the little salsita, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? Eat it if you like. If not, take it off and take out the Savoy as well. But you know what I mean? They're DPing people too. You know, the White Brothers, the Woods, man, they're definitely fucking smashing people and cutting their heads off. They ain't playing. So everybody has their different political makeup, their rules and regulations, and how they're getting down on them yards. And that's just what it is. I'm not here to speak on what they got going on. I'm not here to speak on their rules or here to tell you anything other than, man, the differences between prison and county jail are very different. You know, it's very different. There's a lot less stress in prison because these guys are already there. They already know what they have to do. And I'll say there is a lot of stress, but not as much as I've seen in county jail personally. I'm just telling you, in county jail, I've seen motherfuckers. Did my homeboy come by? Sasuke, wait up. Yeah, I'll hold, right? Hey, can you call my jefita and tell her to put like 20 on my booby? You know, when I got like this, we can't pay the rent. So what are you going to do with my stuff? Are you going to put it in? Sasuke, es your primo if he'll rent a U-Haul. Oh, his homeboy said he'll rent one? What do you mean you're talking to his homeboy? You know what I mean? They're stressing. Their old ladies got them stressed out. They're stressed off where their shit's going to be at. You know, it's the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. Everything you've worked hard for, everything that you've built, this empire you built is totally tore down quick. So there's a lot more stress I've seen in county jail. Whereas in prison, motherfuckers are there already. You know what I mean? This is their phone calls. I was good with it, right? Oh, is that right? Oh, my primo's homeboy? Is that right? Hey, watch out. Hey, tell that motherfucker I said shoot me a little hundo one time for his mine. I know he's getting his. I got to get mine, right? Nah, I don't give a fuck about all that. I ain't gonna hold. Make that happen. Yeah, hey, I'm third draw. You already know what time it is. And put a little tasters in my, put a little clavo in it too. Put a little tasters in my package. Yeah, bitch, I said walking horse. You know what I mean? This is how it is. There's differences. You know, guys are already set in their ways, man. They're playing the politics. They're playing the gang life, man. They're playing the prison blues. They don't got no time to sit here and worry about if motherfucking Tyrone is getting his wiggle in. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Hey, Sasuke, if he is, he is. And that's just part of the game. That's life, you know? But those are some of the differences between prison and jail. You know, prison is real life. Now, don't get me twisted and don't get me wrong. And don't think I'm downplaying jail, because jail sucks as well. You know, and plenty of people there, man, have been there in and out for a long time, or you got guys doing year flats and they just been there and they're not happy. Nobody is happy. Being incarcerated, being locked up is not a good look, man. It's nothing to sit here and bullshit about. I make things funny, but that's just me. And Sasuke, I'm drunk right now, so I'm giving you guys the inner workings to how I feel. Bang, bang. Right? But at the same time, this is just how it be like sometimes. You know? You go to prison, of course, it's a whole life-changing experience. It's a lot different. You're now where the big boys play. You're now where there's been plenty of sangre spilt on that yard. The placas ain't really giving a shit, man. At the same time, the COs are just there for their fucking check. They're there for a paycheck. And Sasuke, hey, if you think they're going to protect you, Sasuke, you got the game fucked up. You know what I mean? They ain't tripping off anything you got happening, anything you got going. They like overtime. They like the turmoil. They like no peace. This is just what they thrive on. This is what puts feria into their pockets. This is what puts fucking new PlayStation games to their console. This is how they're living. They're human just like us. They like steaks too, you know? And the way they get them is off our sweat, off our blood, off our tears. So, you know what I mean? If you think you got anything coming from them, so I'm just going to tell the placa, because you know what? Fuck this. I ain't going to be on this yarda no more. And the placa's going to say, oh, is that right? Well, I'm going to open your cell and let these fucking 3 motherfuckers fucking placad you real quick, beat the hell out of you, maybe even do fucking some bad things to you, do a little something strange for a little piece of change from the back. And then what? And then that's it. You know what I mean? There's no words to be spoken, because you already know you done fucked up, right, cuz? You know what I mean? On 55th Street. It's just what it is. Anyways, at the end of the day, man, there's big differences between prison and jail. You know, and a lot of people are going to sit here and tell you, nah, there's no differences, man. Being locked up is being locked up. And they're right in a sense. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you're locked up, what cell you're in, man. If you're incarcerated, you're off them calles and your freedom is taken, man. It is what it is. It's what you make of it. Right? But I will say there's just a lot more privileges and incentives in prison. There's a lot more shit going on. There's a lot more politics being played. There's a lot more wiggle room. You know what I mean? Over there in prison, man, you can have it your way and be like Burger King if you're a real one. You know, of course, if you're a real fake one, there's truth and consequences to every action and reactions to that action as well, right? I'm just lacing you up a little bit. Give me a look, Lecha. At the same time, man, take it for what you want. If not, it's like, it doesn't matter. Right then, in that fashion. But yeah, there are big differences that I've seen and how I felt within prison and county jail, you know. Anyways, with that all being said, man, because I don't want to keep on fucking spitting the same old love song, you know what I mean? I ain't Mariah Carey. This ain't my fucking vision of love. All I'm saying is, if you end up locked up and you're incarcerated, you'll see for yourselves. I hope that none of you guys ever have to go through that. If you've already been through it, then you guys know. If you know now, you know. You know, the real ones know. And that's just the way it is. Anyways, man, I hope that you move fast with a purpose. I hope that you guys get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about striving for your familia, striving for yourself, becoming a better person so you can better provide for your people. Saca la pinche bolsita. This is 2022, gente. Let's make it happen. Leave the old fucking things to the past. It's a new day in this motherfucker one time for your mind. You know what I mean? For those of you people that have been tapping in for this last year, 2021, how can I thank you? I can't thank you enough. For all my new subscribers that are tapping in, you're highly appreciated. We're going to keep this ball rolling. Spencer, because I'm drunk, but at the end of the day, it be like that sometimes. You know what I mean? Don't be mad at me because I'm a man and I like to drink a little bit sometimes. Every once in a while, I'll have a little coronita and make it happen. Anyways, gente, you're highly appreciated. It's all love and respects. We're going to keep this shit pushing for the 2022. You know what I mean? Do it like a 22. Make that bullet bounce. You know what it is. If you don't like this, don't subscribe. Don't view. Go fucking watch WAC 100. Papas Blogas. I can care less at the end of the day, you know. All I know is that real ones recognize real, and that's what we're going to continue to do. For all those that stay tapped in and showing support, it's from the bottom of my fucking little itty-bitty heart that I have. Barely. I got love, gente. I got love. Respects, man. With that being said, let's make it happen for this year, 2022. We about to get it in. And in that fashion, on 55th Street. Casters. Orale. All love, gente. The raza, no doubt.